The story of Steven Stainer, the boy who disappeared at 8 years old and returned 7 years later. One day, while walking home from school, Steven Stainer was taken into a car. The man brought Steven home and told him that his parents had let him stay the night. That was just the beginning of the 7-year brainwashing that this child would undergo. Steven was given a new name, Dennis, and was even enrolled in schools throughout the next years of his life. According to his teenage friends, he had a pretty normal social life. Everyone thought he was just a normal teenager until one day, he broke down in tears. He said he wanted to go home and he missed his family. This is the man who took Steven. His name was Kenneth Eugene Parnell. Throughout the years of Steven's kidnapping, he was sexually molested by this man. Sadly, none of his friends knew it. When Parnell would sense that Steven was getting too close to his friends, he would pick up and relocate. Later, Steven would say in his testimony that Parnell actually tried to get Steven to assist in other kidnappings. Being the good kid that he was, he never assisted. Till one day, Steven returned home from school, and Parnell says to him, "Happy Valentine's Day, meet your younger brother." Parnell had kidnapped a young boy by the name of Timothy James White. Steven knew that he couldn't let what happened to him happen to this young boy. This dude took action. Parnell would be gone regularly for work, so one day while he was gone, he picked up Timothy and fled in the night. Him and Timothy hitchhiked several miles on a desolate road in the night, until he was picked up by a car who took him to the nearest police station. At this point, Timothy James White was all over the news. So when Steven arrived at the police station, he told police that this was indeed the missing boy. During the police investigation, police asked for his name, and he said that all he knew was that his name was Steven. He proceeds to tell them that he was also kidnapped by Parnell several years ago. The story made national news and the media was all over it. Steven and Timothy were safe. Parnell would soon be arrested and Steven returned to his family. But the story is far from over. So this guy only served 5 years before being granted parole. This was due to the statute of limitations. At this point, Steven moved on and even met a lady with whom he would soon start a family. Just as Steven's family was beginning to think that they could move on, things take an insane twist. It involves the made-for-TV movie, titled after his famous words, "I know my first name is Steven." It also involves this man, seen standing behind Steven during his media interviews. Part 2 to come.